I really want those new Samsung flip phones, right? The ones where they fold in half. Like, I think I'm a man of the gimmick. I'm a man who's into a little bit of the gimmicks of the phone. I'm just bored now. I think they're all new phones are kind of the same.
I mean,
they're pretty boring. But I don't know about the flip one. Like, doesn't it like crease your screen? Like it feels weird.
No, they don't actually crease.
No, they don't actually
like
crease.
One screen, isn't it?
It's
I think Sean, our boy Sean, has got a folded phone.
Is
yeah, I think I've seen it in IRL.
Someone give him a someone WhatsApp him.
Send us your phone in the post.
Someone WhatsApp Sean and see.
Have you got a flip phone?
Oh,
flip phone, Sean.
So yeah, welcome.
Welcome back. Welcome
back.
To the,
it feels like ages.
The point. It does feel like ages, even though it's really not been. But it's been 2 weeks since we last recorded.
Yeah. Can we just do beers? Can we do beers?
I would like a beer. It's quite warm where I am. So and I've got a nice cold beer. I actually made Meffa as well.
I do have a cold beer as well.
You don't normally get to have a beer anymore, Simon. So
I know. I'm not on call.
Hey!
Sim's actually not on call, everybody. This is great news.
This is good times.
Okay.
We're gonna get straight. There's so much to talk about. We gotta get straight in.
All right. Cool. Simon.
Hamish, what are we doing?
What do you mean?
What? That's not what you say.
That's not what you say.
Hamish, what are you drinking?
Thank you.
How many times have we done this?
Jesus,
like episode 58 or something.
Jesus Christ.
I just wanted to see after trip when...
You're just wasting time.
I
don't waste time. We've got to...
No, I enjoyed trips like complete stillness. And then I wanted to see Hamish's face when I threw a chaos grenade in.
Chaos grenade, okay.
It's pure time wasted.
So I've got a heavily premium Pilsner lager straight from Co-op.
Bloody hell, that looks
cool.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
It's like a bottle of wine.
Limited.
What's it got on it?
It's a fox, mate.
Oh, look at that.
It's a fox. It's a limited edition, and the artwork's by... I don't know. I don't know how to say his name. So yeah, lager. What about you, Simon?
What am I drinking?
Yeah.
I'm drinking a BrewDog Shadowmaker.
Again.
Classic. You like that one, don't you?
Irish stout. Yeah, right. So I'm feeling in a bit autumnal mood because the weather's sort of drawing in a bit. And Nikki had her first pumpkin spice latte the other day. And
I've never had one.
I just thought they're fine.
It's not coffee.
It's they're weird.
I just drink black coffee normally, but
me too.
It does remind me of Canada because they love a pumpkin pie.
Okay, well done, Canada.
Which is the same flavor, right? Pumpkin spice.
Sure.
Pumpkin. And spice.
Not pumpkin. It's just spice,
I don't tend to have much.
It's pumpkin pie
related food or drink.
We don't over here though.
No,
we just carve pumpkins,
and then
whereas actually. Yeah, whereas in North America they eat pumpkin a lot in the autumn because it's tasty.
It's not tasty.
Sometimes.
It's
sometimes.
Just the spice.
It's quite bland.
The spices they add make it tasty, but the pumpkin itself, it's just a big old
like
gourd,
butternut
isn't
squash.
It?
Yeah, a big old gourd. Oh my
big
god.
Big old gourd, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you ever went pumpkin stomping when you were younger?
No.
Did you never do it?
Is that a is that a crime? Did you just go around destroying pumpkins?
Pumpkins are made for carving, aren't they? Like they're precious now.
There was a time when I was like in year 7, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Did you break into the pumpkin farm, pick your own pumpkin, and go stomping?
Were you stomping other people's carved pumpkins?
Maybe.
Jesus, that's dreadful.
That's brutal.
You just go past. You just go past and give it a boot.
Like knockdown ginger, but with pumpkins.
That's just someone spent their evening carving a beautiful pumpkin. Knockdown ginger.
You mean
knockdown ginger?
What? You mean knocked or run?
Yeah, knockdown ginger.
Knocked or run is the most literal.
No, but in Kettering we called it knocked or run, but in Corby, which is literally
a simple place.
Kettering needs to have.
What we see.
Yeah, we say what we see. Otherwise, we don't know what's going on. But in Corby, which is like 6 miles up the road, it's called cherry knocking.
Cherry knocking. Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is knockdown ginger a Kentish term?
I think so. So yeah, that's why I know.
We used to do it to a guy.
Look what I procured.
Oh, what's that?
great glass.
A glass with eyes on it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Good job. There's not a third person here that would really like to be drinking their beer while this conversation is taking place.
Has it been long enough, Trip? Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Right, wild cards. What are you drinking?
Can you tell what kind of mood I'm in? What are you drinking, Trip?
I'm drinking an FS draft. Have you guys ever
Oh, I love FS. Nice Turkish beer.
We can't see it. I can't see it.
Very nice little bottle.
That's
it's
it.
kind of weird.
Yeah, that looks...
Went to a restaurant the other day, and they had, this was the only beer they had that was in it's not a pint, but like 500 ml. So I got it, and I was like, "It's a really nice beer." So I bought one from the corner shop before I pulled the podcast.
Jesus Christ, has your corner shop got everything?
Even better in the Turkish bar.
Yeah, that was in a Turkish restaurant when I had it before, which was tasty. But yeah, like corner shops down by me, it is really good.
It's good for alcoholics.
Yeah, more than say like the local Tesco or the
Co-op or something like that. Yeah. Right.
But,
so when I used to do,
cheers everyone.
Cheers everyone. When I used to go cherry knocking, there was a guy that we used to always knock on. I actually never knew his real name, but we called him Linford Christie, right? Because you. What a name!
You can tell we're children of the 90s.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Should we just knock door run or cherry knock Linford Christie's? And then do you know why we called him that? Because he's the only one that will come running after you, and he was a very good runner. Sometimes Linford Christie gets on his bike. Anyway, home news.
Home news. That's what you were doing last week.
Oh wow,
that's not my home news. I'm 34 now. I've grown up. Apparently.
You haven't knocked on anyone's door.
The only door I'm knocking on is mine, so I can get in. Because
you can't do that in London because they just won't answer the door, or
why?
they'll,
What do you mean?
You don't answer your door. You can't answer your door in London.
Why?
Who knows who's standing out there? Could be
dangerous.
Careful. I don't think anyone can even reach our door. You have to go through 2 sets of security gates before you even get to our front door. So.
Gee, Trip, how do we ever call on you? Do we just
You'd have to buzz.
You have to buzz in.
But if you had a front door, do I have to message you and say I'm outside?
Yeah, I would expect a message from you. Simon can just come in.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate that.
Oh, okay. I'll message. Anyway, so my home news is I've been going to the gym.
Yeah, I saw this on.
And you've had a sweet new haircut. Look at that skin fade.
I did. I can tell you've had a haircut because you can't see it. Oh, that's nice.
Beautiful.
You look like 5 years younger.
Oh, mate. My brother said I look like remember Toy Soldier, the movie?
Oh, yeah.
I look like no, it was Faye. Faye said I look like Small Soldiers. That's it. He said when I got it done, my hair, when I washed it, it doesn't look
like a US Marine.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's tidy, but these little bits on the sides here don't help. Anyway, so I've been going gym. I've been for the last month. Just stopped eating rubbish.
2 or 3 times a week.
2 times a week. That's what I've got.
Sweet.
Yeah, and I
don't say that's all I've got. Like, it's an achievement. You're making more effort than someone who's not going to the gym.
2 more times than I go to the gym.
Yeah, but you're just lucky because you're just born like skeleton.
Yeah, handsome. It's difficult. It's hard.
You're born modest.
Let's get rid of this negative language. Trip is not a skeleton. He's a slim young man. And Hamish, you're doing amazing work by going to the gym twice a week. Let's get on the positive. Let's get on the positive energy.
This is not what. Have you ever listened to this podcast, Simon? Right, that we're British as well. We're not all sitting there about sucking each other off with positivity. Okay, right? You say.
So we only did that one time when we all
that one time.
I love it how we've actually just sort of now we've definitely got to really know each other, because I remember when we first started, I'm trying to do a bit of bands. I'm trying to do a bit of a dig, and I think I remember one time I was like, "Oh, you didn't win, Trip," and I felt awful. Now, if you didn't win, I'll be like, "Ah, good."
To be fair,
I feel comfortable saying
I've never forgiven you for that comment. I still hold it against you. But
well, you brought it. Well, no, you brought it against me in last year's Nats and went, "I'll show you. I'll show you who's good."
I know, that's why I stopped playing nationals, so I can always just be the best.
You can just live on that. Yeah,
I'll never.
When you only cast, you don't have to.
We're 1-1, Trip.
Your win record is Oh, really?
Yeah. I pitched your face and slammed it through a table in Blitz at
Oh,
Underworld.
yeah, sure. If you want that
Well,
one,
I did. Well, I
Oh.
did. I did do the most craziest Rhinar turn
skirmish
ever.
with my free to play.
That was the first time we ever met.
It was the first time we ever
me
met.
and you have still not played each other.
No, I know, not competitively.
A game of real life flesh and blood. It's crazy.
Oh, actually, I don't know our record, Simon. Anyway, who cares?
Haven't played
in
shit.
Nationals,
either.
you're 2-0 against me.
No, because we played in an RTN.
Yeah, in Nationals, you're 2-0 against me.
Oh, okay, Nationals. I was meant in general.
All right,
before
Simon.
we get
stuck in.
No, but
you're doing
your home
news.
Have you got?
I keep forgetting. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, my home news is my little boy started school.
Hey, that's sweet.
And
how has it been?
It is pretty sweet. He has taken to it better than we thought he was going to.
Well, that's good.
He's a second child, and my eldest is a bit of a teacher's pet. Like, she's straight in there. She's like, I love my teacher. I'm always there with her hand up. And Finley's a lot quieter. He's grown up. He's grown up so far, like mainly during the COVID pandemic, right? So he's a bit quieter. He's not been like out to mum and baby groups as much.
So it's the rest of his year, though, right?
Pardon?
So it's the rest of his year.
He's got some friends. He's got some friends from nursery that have gone to his school, and he comes back and he talks about new friends and he talks about like phonics and stuff. It's really nice.
I noticed that actually. Yeah, go on, Trip. Actually, what's your home news?
I was gonna. I mean, we were cat sitting this weekend. We were looking after my sister's cat, which was great. Because our flat is very small. And I would really like a cat.
That's all,
folks. That's it. I was just cats are great. Also, as I realize I often talk about video games, so I'm gonna mention a video game that I've been playing.
Oh, don't tell me. It's Bloodborne.
It's
Lies of Bloodborne.
Lies of P.
Oh,
Lies of P.
I looked into it.
I genuinely think it might be the best named video game of all time.
P as in just one P, like
P. Just the one P.
Lies of P. Pinocchio, basically.
Yeah, it's Pinocchio Bloodborne. It's really hard.
What? Yeah, it's Pinocchio
really hard.
And Bloodborne mixed.
It's
Wow.
actually really good. It's actually really good. I would say if you find Dark Souls hard, maybe just don't bother. Because is
this harder than Dark Souls?
It's not like Elden Ring where if you get stuck you can just go in a different direction. It's back to like if you can't beat a boss, the game is essentially over for you. Like you can't.
You just have to keep going.
You have to.
I've heard the difficulty is really swingy, of where they're just ridiculously easy or ridiculously tough.
Well, it depends on what like playstyle you like. Because I found a weapon. I was fighting so difficult, and then I found a weapon that I really like.
Isn't that Dark Souls?
My style. It's just a big greatsword, right?
Yeah, it's definitely.
I know what I'm doing now. The perfect parrying is really hard, but I kind of just
you never played Sekiro.
I never played Sekiro. And apparently, it's harder than Sekiro perfect parrying. So now I'm like, I can play Sekiro now because I can play this, and it's not too bad. It's on Game Pass, so genuinely give it a go. But like, it's really difficult.
Armored Core 6 though. I've completed that. I've done it 3 times. I've done New Game Plus. Trust me, dude. It's your game.
It's not free on Game Pass though, is it?
No.
That's Starfield sucks. So I'm not playing. Starfield is so boring.
Yeah,
so boring. Sorry if you like it, but geez,
I noticed, Simon, that when we do home news, excuse me, we talk about ourselves.
Yeah.
And you actually talk a bit about your family. And
that's because Simon's empathetic.
At my home.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But, and I realised, I was like, you know what? I never do that. I always talk about my own crap. But my daughter started nursery as well.
Hey!
And she's hating it.
Oh.
And there you go. But that's all I'm saying.
How many days a week?
Every day. 1 till 4.
Okay.
And she cries every time. But I'm going to start thinking about giving more news about what Faye's doing. Faye's making... What are you making? White chocolate and macadamia nut cookies.
Oh my goodness.
Sounds great,
macadamia nuts are amazing.
She decides she's going to start baking some good shit just when I'm going to stop eating it. Anyway...
Right, can I just say?
We should do our thing.
We got so much stuff to do.
No. We should do our thing, Trip. We should do our 6-packs and we should do our Patreon shout.
You.
That's what we were just talking about, Hamish. Jeez.
Thank you, Hamish. What a great idea that we both thought about.
Well, it was my idea for this every podcast, and I'm actually sitting there thinking, I'm so glad we're
running out.
Are we running out?
Well, we've done a whole box now.
Oh, we've got 3 more.
No, we've got 2 more.
Oh.
Because we gave one away at we gave one away at the calling.
We gave them away in the packs at the calling.
So we gave 1 box away at the calling. So we got 2 boxes. To be fair, we're gonna hopefully get Bright Lights soon.
Yeah, we're gonna get Bright Lights soon. That's another full box.
So anyway, as we were saying, if you're a patron of Push the Point, you win 1 patron every episode. So 2 a month wins 6 packs of the current set, which is Dust Till Dawn. Packs generously provided by Living Realms, as you know, organisers of great Flesh and Blood events in the UK, and also a store. You also get a discount on if you are a patron. So not only do you get a discount, you also get put into this giveaway for 6 packs. I have done the Wheel of Names. We got another famous name, I would say.
Wow.
None other than David Dyson, everybody.
Wow.
So congratulations, David. Long-time supporter, long-time friend of the podcast, been in the game for an incredibly long time. So congratulations, Dyson. I will get those packs to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much. So we've got, as Hamish was saying, 2 more boxes of Dust Till Dawn left to give away. But we'll have a little chat off podcast about whether we want to switch to the new set.
I reckon we should
maybe have a chat with the patrons. We could do a mix and match. We could see what people would like. We could just say people could choose. I think they'll probably choose the new set, but we'll talk about we will talk about the new set.
The serial cards in there.
More... Yeah, serialized cards are in.
That's true.
Also, so far the opens from the boxes have been pretty fire. So, but if you want to become a patron, you can find all the details in the description of the YouTube video, the Apple podcast, the Spotify podcast. It's all in there. And a huge thank you to everyone who's joined recently. I think we're getting close to about 30 patrons.
Yeah, no, we had a new one, by the way.
Oh well, sorry, they may not be.
No, they'll get into it. Yeah, no, I've only just seen it today. So
okay,
yeah,
sorry.
And for all our other partners as well, we've got Thistle Tavern, which is a single store. They give you 10% off all orders online if you are a patron and a partner with Metal Fab Tokens, and you get to know all the good new things that are coming in because I distribute it, and there are some new stuff coming. And if you're a patron, I'll let you know on Discord. Right. Let's talk about some stuff.
We've got something new coming, so but become a patron, you find all the details, and that is that. Simon, what are we talking about today?
Well, we are on the week eve of Bright Light's pre-release, and we have been watching.
I was going to go to my pre-release, and you
just I'm going to a pre-release.
Well, I'm going to Wembley.
Oh, wait, what?
It's the NFL, mate.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I
You're a Jags fan as well.
Yeah, I am. Jags is playing Sunday. I was going to go to Manascrew's pre-release on Sunday.
Yeah.
And it's a CC event.
Who offered you a ticket?
What do you mean? Dale buys me an NFL ticket every year. So he said...
Beautiful.
And then I was like, said to Faye, Sunday I'm busy. And then I said to Dale, cool, blah, 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 just chatting to him. And he went... remember, are you free Sunday? I was like, yes. Even though I've just booked this, I was like, yes. Why am I free? And he went, NFL. I am free, so I'm gonna have to. Sorry, Mark from Manascrew. I'm not going.
Make sure you cancel your ticket.
It's weird. I'll be going to the club tomorrow, so I'll speak to him face to face.
Let him know.
Yeah,
right. But it's gonna be a thing.
Pre-release this weekend.
And I think it's gonna be good. I like the look of the set. I think it's gonna. I'm really hoping that it's going to be a fun set to do sealed and to
play in limited. Yeah.
It's
4-pack sealed, isn't it?
It is 4-pack sealed, which is interesting because it does mean
it's normally 6, right?
So this is the first time we've had 3 limited options for a set. So we have 3-pack draft, 4-pack sealed, or 3-pack Rice Krispies.
Yeah, Rice Krispie.
I like it. I was sitting there thinking, I'm glad you remember the Rice Krispie format.
Forgive my ignorance, but is there a huge difference between
sealed
Rice Krispie and 4-pack sealed? Because it's just an additional pack, right? I think.
You know what I think? I think it's a cool way of just going, instead of just open the box and you're with someone, here's 3 packs. Should we play a game while we're opening a box?
The main difference is, with sealed, you curate a deck, right? So you will leave some cards out. With Rice Krispies, you just take out the expansion slot and shove all the cards together.
Yeah,
and you just play that, don't you?
Yeah.
I get the impression
it's like Keyforge, isn't it?
Yeah, you shouldn't be
like an LCG
type. You should just be like
it should be raw
decking it, you know.
Raw decking it.
Yeah.
There's no need for any crap baubles or any of that. Everything can be played. Now, it could be dog, but everything in those packs.
But you've got to make the best of the cards that turn up, right? So
yeah, that's what I think. It's like, it reminds me of Keyforge in a way. You know, you just it's not a competitive format. It's a casual round the table format where you're just gonna have a laugh. You can be like, well, we're gonna open a box. Might as well play the cards
each. You might as well play the cards. Yeah.
And is it? I saw some cold foil Teklo cores knocking around as well. I can't remember if that was for pre-release or if that was for something else.
Are they the prizes? Are they the prizes for pre-release?
I don't know if it's for pre-release.
No, I think they are.
It might be for. Maybe it's for pre-release, but
it's winner takes all in pre-release, isn't it? There's no other.
That's a really good price. That's all I wanted to say about that, because cold foil items are pretty decent.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Is there a cold? The only thing I'm a bit gutted about is that I really wanted to get the cold foil. I think they have the Teklo blaster in cold foil, which is
is that the
Is
that an armory kit?
Is it an armory kit? Because I want to collect Teklo, and I was like, I hope the weapon isn't locked behind.
What do you guys want to talk? Do you want to talk a little bit about the new heroes? Do you want to?
Sure.
Yeah. So just to preface this, obviously we are coming to the tail end of spoiler season now.
We get the
still some missing bits.
We've had some but we've had some incredible spoiler releases.
Yeah. No, it's been a bit of a weird one. Can I lay down a critique?
Yeah.
Yeah, Monday's too soon. When we get given that spoiler Monday, and we have to generate.
Talking about our spoiler,
yeah. Well, not our spoiler. I think
it was hard.
It was. I liked our spoiler. It was funny, and I think it showed that
you did a lot of work on that.
You know what? It wasn't actually hard. It was tedious because I had to just go frame by frame. But I enjoyed it but it was one of those videos where the outcome was definitely going to be the reward, whereas normally I make something and I'm enjoying
the process is the reward.
The process is just as fun as the outcome, but this one was definitely an outcome based thing because it was boring as fuck to move a little thing.
We made it past 5 minutes. Yay!
Sorry. Mondays to like, and I get it. I think
so. For people at home, like, just in case you just to understand what we're saying, like, we found out we got a spoiler on, I think it was it Saturday?
Friday.
Hamish, was it Friday?
But we
didn't get
Thursday.
The card until Thursday.
They said you want it.
There we go, spoiler. But we didn't get the card until Monday. But which is like quite a tight, because obviously we do traditionally we've always done a script, like an edited video,
something a bit more involved.
We normally get voice actors in, or we did the voice acting for the last one. So so we decided because of the time constraint, we decided to not do that. And Hamish had a really good idea, and Hamish basically delivered the whole spoiler this time, which was great. Which was really good because it was like easier to do that with a time constraint. But we were hoping maybe to have a bit more time in the future. But it's tricky because you don't want to be like.
Well, this was a bit different though, wasn't it? Because usually we hear from LSS about an invite to participate in preview season before preview season starts. Whereas this time, the preview season had started, and there was a schedule for the first week, and then we assumed that we weren't getting a spoiler because it had already started and we hadn't heard, and then they invited us for preview season. It
was very rapid. It was almost. It felt very on theme with their boost. It was just go. But I get it. And I think last time there was some leaks or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. And they're trying to minimize leaking, like people leaking their stuff.
Leakage is never good, is it?
No, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, 5 days doesn't take much. All you got to do is just, if someone wants to show someone the card, it's going to take them, 5 minutes? And they can just show the card and then there you go. And even then, even this set, it had, unfortunately, it was very tragic to hear that there was leaks again for this, because someone gets some packs, opens them up and takes some photos and they get passed around the internet. It's just the way it is. I don't think there's anything you can really do about it. And all it's done is just made our content creation quite tricky. And I'm not going to speak for everyone. Some people, Free Float and everything, they turned up and it was crazy how good their stuff was. But also,
we don't know how much lead time they were given.
They probably got some decent lead time, to be fair, especially with the weapon, because it was 2 weeks before or 1 week before. Do you know what I mean? And you can tell the footage was almost the same. But
from a layman's perspective, Hamish, obviously I've been involved on the periphery of spoilers, but I've not like you where you've been editing and
Trip,
the creative juices of Float. Yeah, no, I'm just saying for this one, watching from a similar perspective for this one, it was quite clear that the stress that was placed on you, partly by LSS, partly by yourself, to give a product that you were proud of was different. So it hit different this time because you felt that you didn't have enough time to give the product you wanted to give. And I think you were happy with what you put out, and I think you should be, because it was fun and it was a good spoiler, but it wasn't what you would have wanted in an ideal world, and that changed the process.
I think as well, I think it's very clear that, I think me and Trip are the ones that are definitely the pilots of trying to sort out the spoiler stuff.
Genii.
I don't know about you, Trip, but I've seen, if we got this card Friday, I still think we would have struggled, because I think it's shown that we kind of have a lot of similar tastes in what we like. We both very, all the stuff we did before definitely fit in the themes of, we're very much From Software fans, and some of this stuff just goes and we know what we want to deliver, and then I'm allowed free reign to just chuck some heavy music on. We both got the same vision on the voice acting and stuff. You've got the script down. It's like, we're on tune. And then they just give us a fucking bin, right? A literal bin with arms, and it's very difficult.
No, I like the card.
No. It
was a good test.
The card was good. The card was good. The artwork is a bin with arms.
I think we just have to be realistic, which is ultimately we all have full-time jobs. And
but even if we got it on Friday, we give you time to make a script over the weekend, and then come Monday, I can get going.
And I think it's the fact we had to do it for Friday as well, which it meant that we only had one weekend. And we didn't really have the weekend because it was. But I also just want to say, ultimately, it's a conscious decision that we've made as a content creators to do more involved spoilers. It would be super simple to just tweet, and no shade, by the way, to just tweet it out. We have a decent following on Twitter now. That's what we could do. We could just tweet it out, but we like to do a video. But that's a decision we've made, and I get it. We can't. It's about what LSS would like. I think if they would like us to do more involved videos, we'd probably need more lead time in the future. And we should, if that's our opinion, we'll pass that on. We won't just
I think to be honest, I think we've got.
It'd be interesting what people at home think. Would people prefer to see spoiler season as lots of the videos with a long lead time, or are they just interested in seeing the cards? I'm really interested. Do people actually appreciate the feedback we've got is that people really appreciate the long videos.
The extra effort. Yeah,
it's hard.
But if people, but I know a lot of people probably just want to see the cards. So I get it. It's an interesting one, isn't it, Hamish?
No, it is, and I'll be frank. I don't foresee us having this. I don't foresee them actually having a change at all, because if you just break it down to the raw numbers, unless you're in the thousands and it also depends what the card is. What is the marketing strategy of this? if they're going to give someone the common card, whether you go nuts with it or not, it's completely up to you. If you want to tweet it, that's cool. It's literally just like, it's fine. We give it and I'm not moaning because we're all on the plane together, and I'm just incredibly happy we've been invited onto the plane. Yeah, that's it. I suppose what I'm doing is just reflecting on, this is going to change. If this is the norm, it's going to put some change onto how much we're going to look at how we deliver on this type of content. If this is the time frame that LSS wants us to have, I'm not complaining. Just specifically us as content creators and what we like to do, it is rough. But at the same time, LSS, like anyone cares anyway. They're not. I accept that they're not going to change it, and I completely get it. It's totally fine if they're cool with a tweet, but which we don't even want to do. But it's just, it's a bit tight. It is a bit tight.
Anyway,
like a toy
anyway,
that's the behind the scenes stuff. If people, I know people are interested in that because it's like, no, I mean, a lot of people aren't content. Like tons of people aren't content creators. Like if you want to get an insight into that kind of decision.
I just didn't put a heavy metal song in. I think that's what really disappointed everyone. There was no heavy metal song. No. I was a little bit. I thought to myself,
anyway,
I could have done that.
Let's talk about the set. Let's talk about the set. And let's go. Can we start before we get stuck in? Like, I don't think we've actually talked about this yet. But like, what do you guys actually think about the fact that it's just all mech? I know it's not all mechanologists, but like, what do you?
The majority
think about
is
the fact that this is a single class set with a few bonus majestics. I don't think we've actually.
I think two episodes we touched on it, but
let's talk about it. Just cover it again before we go into talking about the set. Like, what do you think about that in terms of like, is that something you think is a good thing, or like is that something you're excited about?
Simon.
So, yeah, I'm excited to see a new way of releasing cards. And it is interesting that they've chosen Mech, which has a good following for.
And it's been a pretty long time they actually had any sort of landed focus.
Yeah. I think Hamish and I were chatting about this briefly before, and the way it was described is that it's like a new football or new sports season. Like there's something coming. You're excited because it's the beginning of a new thing. But if your team's not very good, maybe you haven't got the buy-in. You're not like an avid, like I'm gonna do this, and you're not planning ahead of time. Like I'm gonna build this deck and I'm gonna build this deck. Maybe you're just like, well, I'm just gonna sit back and see how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. Like another team is now just really good, and that actually goes, oh, you know what? The Chiefs aren't going to be good this year, but my team sucks. Don't worry, it's not going to get anywhere. But just seeing the Ravens or the Colts have just got this huge thing going on, it's like that could disrupt this, which gives just.
So I mean, there are many parallels to the NFL season at the moment. Like I'm a Ninja player mainly, or a Roomba player on the side, and watching Mech do well is like this year watching the Patriots suck and the Dolphins kick off big time, right? So
which they did.
Which they have massively. But I'm finding it. I'm watching with interest. I'm enjoyed to place in limited. I'm enjoying the idea of playing limited. I'm looking forward to pre-release. Some of the cards look broken. Like they look fantastic, and the artwork is brilliant. I love the concept like that they've brought to it. But I'm not like, oh, this is going to be great in CC, because most of it doesn't apply to decks that I play in CC. What about you?
Yeah, no, I basically I'm on the same vein as Simon on just because I don't get new stuff for my hero, actually seeing some upgrades from other things does change what people have to do. So the heroes that I had to worry about have to now worry about something else. So that just gives me more room to actually come in and say, look, I could actually not worried about you too much. Also, if they're very good, then I've got to actually change my deck to deal with what my opponents are going to bring, because it's all well and good just having your deck. What's your opponent playing? And Mech has got 3 new heroes and loads more cards. It ultimately does change the way people think on how to play the game. I hope that actually does happen, because Dusk Till Dawn didn't do that.
It didn't hit right, did it?
Well, it was kind of Dynasty again. You know, when Dynasty went in, here's Arachne, and everyone went, it's crap, no one cares. We are here for another long season of the same stuff, because nothing really did anything to make anyone change anything.
And that's yet to be seen, right?
Well,
I mean,
Lexi's
Teklo, if anything, I would like to play Teklo just because he looks like a badass.
Yeah, I kind of hope I think they will do more than what Dusk Till Dawn did. But Lexi's kind of, you know, if we're just talking ProQuest
But Lexi's
seasons,
gone, right?
No, I know.
Lexi's gone.
What are we talking about? ProQuest seasons or Worlds? Because they're totally different.
They're totally different.
Yeah,
you're right.
ProQuest is it's nationals. Maybe with a few other dudes.
Well, there's no Briar.
No, there's no Briar. But, you know, Lexi, I don't look at any of this stuff and think, oh, this makes Lexi have a hard time. I kind of just look at this and go, I think Lexi's still going to get what her points. I'm not saying that it's going to be completely dominant, but, you know, it is just going to be a Lexi winning fest.
Are we coming back to the point that the Tales of Aria heroes are busted and actually Lexi's the last one to go? Like,
I just think it says so much about the game that, like, we've got 3 new heroes coming out. We're still talking about how we're going to be Lexi, and it's like,
well, for ProQuest season.
Yeah, and I know, but like, it's just like, I just want the hero to be gone. Like,
we all do.
And FYI, I'm not on the whatever, but pre-ban Lexi or like.
No, absolutely
like,
not.
It's
ridiculous.
She'll go.
I can have that opinion and still also want Lexi to be gone. I have the opinion that we don't need to do anything. Yeah. But in my heart, I want Lexi to be gone. In my head, I'm happy for it to be like the Living Legend format to do that. And it just feels like she's just too tuned, like too well tuned. And let's not talk about Lexi.
No, she's pretty much.
But I think we said a lot when I was chatting with people on Discord, and we were just saying, like, the last impactful hero we had was Azuri, and like, I love Azuri. Azuri's a cool hero, but Azuri is not the toppest tier hero.
No,
like,
she's
it does
a bully
work.
deck.
It's changed the meta a little bit, but it's not a meta defining deck. It's a deck, like Hamish
reaction to the meta.
Reacts to certain heroes very well. And that means the last set we had where we had, like, you know, really, really impactful heroes was Uprising, which was ages ago.
Yeah, well, it was a year ago, over a year ago.
Well, in Fab, that's a long. Like, I know people are like, it's a year.
No, I'm saying that's a long time.
In Fab, that's a long time.
It's a quarter of Fab's life.
Games only, yeah, exactly. So it's 25% of the well, initially 2018, like the NZU guys, but like, you know, for us, it's a long time. It's a long time in the game.
Well, yeah. I think what we're seeing is actually a lot of heroes are just look at everything that happens and go, it just doesn't seem powerful enough. And I'm like, yeah, because they're not trying to outdo the last stuff. They just accepted and went, these guys are just going to walk all over everything we're going to make going forward. But that's cool because they'll go, which they have done. They're all walking out the door now. I still think I thought Everfest was the line, and then Uprising.
It is, yeah.
No, I disagree. I actually disagree. I think Uprising is potentially the line now.
No, because Uprising 100% was, like, because we forget what Fi. Well, we don't forget.
Was before Stubby's ban.
Icelander.
What Fi was released with, and also what Icelander was released with, was mental.
Hypothermia was a card,
crazy.
right?
It was absolutely crazy. Fi was doing. Fi just went to the next. I can't remember if Battle Horde or calling it.
It was Utrecht.
Pete Ward got to the top.
It was Utrecht.
The final with it. It was just like, oh, did you
draw a mirror final?
Yeah, did you draw your Art of War? Okay, you win. Oh, you're going second. Okay, you win.
Yeah, it was.
Because we were all playing Fi and we're just deleting heroes.
But it was Stubbies. Like... Literally, I remember playing it, and the guy just went
crazy.
He just literally went, all right, Art of War, and then he went, okay, I'll blow off my helmet, I'll blow my arms up, I'll blow my chest up. I was like, Jesus Christ, he's just we called it Naked Fi, because by the end he just annihilated everything.
We're playing Blossom of Spring
because we need the one resource.
Because all you needed is one resource to play Art of War, and you win the game.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
And then Dromite, even Dromite now. We're looking at everything, like every
Drumeye is
hero.
going to be the next problem.
It
Drumeye
is
the next
100%.
problem, yeah.
Every hero
But
we talk
it's
about
not.
is that
it's
hero.
Not, though. It's because to give credit to LSS with Drumeye, Ninja just does stomp on it. Just does stomp on it. And you're an insanely good Drumeye player. Like we've seen Jamie like take down ninjas, but like realistically, I would say top the highest. Sorry, the best player of Katsu, I think, is going to be the best player of Drumeye. Hot take maybe, but like that is my view.
I think the best player of Fi would easily walk over.
Yeah. Sure. Whatever. The best player of Fi, like what? That's probably like me. Geez.
No, that's like, George Rogers.
That's us like down here with the ceiling.
Hang on,
crushing us to the floor.
There's George Rogers, man. This guy is a fine nutter.
Yeah, whatever. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Had to give up his crown to our boy.
He
Alex
should have brought
Shipley,
Fight to Nationals. That was
He
bad. He did. He shouldn't.
Oh yeah. Sorry, he shouldn't.
He shouldn't have. Yeah. But again, guys, like
definitely
the power creep element of the game, bringing out a set that only focuses on one hero or one class, should I say, not one hero. Is actually quite a good way of controlling
I guess
power
that's
creep.
true. Yeah.
Right? Because they're not releasing an incredible number of generic cards. They're not releasing majestics for every class that could have a real impact. They're focusing on one class.
You know what I actually think?
That's actually such a sweet take. Did you come out with that yourself? View? That's actually super smart.
Well,
I never.
Like we've just been talking about power creep in a game, and one way of throttling that is by only releasing cards for one hero.
That's actually a really interesting view, and I think you're probably right. I could see LSS actually having that conversation, saying like, what's the best way to get some heroes LL'd while continuing to release cards, which is like, just release a set for one hero that's not currently super impactful. One class, sorry, as we keep saying.
Because by the time Worlds is finished, Icelander and Lexi
will be gone.
Well, I don't know about Icelander.
Well, could be gone.
Lexi's definitely gone. Icelander, I think Icelander's in a good spot. Anyway, I think you made a very, very good point. I will say, counter argument, if they were going to do that, I think it's just more about the card quality that comes out, because Outsiders came out.
100%.
They've thrown 3 heroes, and some of the stuff for Ranger was just Billy Bam bonkers.
I'm not saying it's everything. I'm not saying it's the whole way to stop power creep. All I'm saying is that it throttles the meta in a way that we're not adding massive cards to every hero.
Yeah,
right. We're only doing it for 2 or 3 heroes in the whole game.
I like that, and I love the expansion sets. I like it that they just turned around and went, "Yeah, there's a lot of mech cards. Here's a
few little gems."
And some of the legendaries have went, "Here's a legendary light warrior equipment." I was like, "What the hell is a legendary light warrior equipment doing in a mech set?" Like, that's really cool. And assassin, right?
And I also say
really cool.
The alternate art Quicken token is pretty awesome.
Are you reading my actual mind? I was literally on February and I was like, wait, what is this?
What is
and
this?
I opened up, I was like, oh my God, this is so awesome.
I've not seen
and
this.
you literally just mentioned it. And I was like, there's an alt art Quicken token that it's like a steampunk
it's
kind
a couple of mechanologist engineers feeding a fire.
I've never seen that.
Oh, hang on, where is this?
And it's got some extra flavor text.
Where
Metrics,
is this?
City of Industry.
Right at the bottom of Fabry. Metrics, City of Industry, where the streets are paved with opportunity and progress waits for no one. Which is like a great little tourist line for Metrics, isn't it? It's
that's really cool.
That's just a great little card.
I like that. LSS, do that more.
It's a little engine room, isn't it?
Yeah. No.
Maybe that'll be I hope that's a cold foil at Worlds.
That could be cool.
Oh,
I like coming back to the
like
expansion slots, right?
Yeah,
we've got what 4, 8, 10 cards plus the Quicken, 10 or 11 cards in the expansion slot.
Well, there could be maybe one
11 or 12.
There could be maybe one more. We had this discussion.
There might be one more.
I think there might. Well,
what do we think? What are we thinking?
Should be out by the time the podcast is out. So
okay. Someone knows something.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I don't know who's doing the voice acting. I don't know.
Anyway, so yeah, I just think it's a nice way, right?
Part is the LSS has been brave enough to print Wax Off, and I know that was a difficult decision.
It's such a good card.
It's not a good card.
It could destroy the meta.
Oh my god, I'm not wasting my
risky
time
to
with this.
destroy the meta, but they've done it, and fair play to LSS for printing a card like Wax Off. Like, geez,
it's like they turned around and went, "Oh, okay, here you go. Well, it's rubbish. Yeah, whatever. Don't worry. The set is not that important for you anyway."
Viscerai's dead hero now.
Mate.
And now I can play Royal Fi. So I mean,
Royal Fi.
Why
would you play Royal Fi?
With Tome of the Imperial Flame.
Oh, that card! It's literally that turned around and went Emperor Dromai.
Look,
literally, please find another hero, then Fi.
When I win a Pro Quest with Royal Fi,
are you going to waste your time, money, and everything to do that? Prove me wrong. Go on then. And what place do you need to get a top 8? I think if you even get a top 8, I will buy you a pint.
I'm gonna play Royal Fi.
Royal Fi. I don't care.
Cash in.
I don't care what you put in your
Ocean of Deja Vu.
Ooh.
So I'll put my pitch zone on the top of my deck, and then I'll draw 2 of cash in. So I'll draw the cards I've pitched. Cash in for free, so I've got 2 resources, but then I bring the cards back to the hand.
And you're going to top 8.
Yeah, easy, mate. Easy.
Are you going to do it? Because if you do, I'll challenge you.
I could do that. I can't top 8, but I'll give it. I'll build that deck.
I ain't going to buy a pint just to.
Is that a thing? Potion Deja Vu, cash in.
It's definitely not a thing because you just made it up right now.
You'll hit the cash in off the tome though, won't you? I'll think about it. Guys.
I wouldn't think about it too long.
Okay, never mind.
What you could do is just play the tome, draw 2 cards, and then you pitch those 2, and then the 2 resources you just spend the gold.
Oh,
to draw a card.
Which is what Dromai does.
That's dreadful.
But
we should stop giving George Rogers ideas. So
George will never do this.
I can use Furnace to make like.
Oh, you could use Furnace.
Furnace, because I need that.
I love that this episode was meant to be the Bright Lights episode.
I know.
Right. We talked about a single mechanologist card. Yeah.
Okay, let's.
Okay,
dude.
Can I just take? Can we take a moment? Can we take a moment to talk about the best card in Bright Lights?
That was going to be my question. What's the best card in Bright Lights?
Singularity.
It's Big Bertha, guys. Big Bertha is the best card in Bright Lights. Have you seen this card?
Have you seen the spoiler?
Greatest card I've not seen the spoiler.
All right, I feel awful because I forgot who did the spoiler, but the spoiler, he did a song, and it was really it was very Flights of the Conchords-esque.
Oh, was it?
Vibes to it, yeah.
I love it. If anybody's played Dark Souls 3, the Ringed City DLC, when you're going down the stairs to the swampy bit and the thorn guy, this guy coming up, it just reminds me so much of that. I know they're a bit different because it's like a steampunky kind of
This
thing.
looks like Liza P crap, though, doesn't it?
This is. I'm pointing at my screen. This is exactly what Liza P is like.
What, Big Bertha?
Big Bertha is very LP.
Yeah.
That's what they should call it out. Lop.
Cop.
Anyway, what's your favorite card from Bright Lights, Simon Denning? I've pushed the point. Why is it not? Oh, Twin Drive. Yeah, that's the
It's the double boost card.
Boost.
So explain to me why you would want to do that.
Easy.
Okay, so you don't get 2 action points from boosting twice on a card because it gives your card go again. What it does do is alter the turn state because a lot of mechanologist cards are based around the number of time you boost, not the number of cards that boost
unless it's Hanabi Blaster specifically.
Hanabi Blaster, right? So if you boost twice off one card, that helps you get towards your max velocity much quicker. It helps you with a high octane turn. So with the go again from that card plus 2 boosts, you come out with 3 action points from that card.
This is because we were talking about this before. I think it was before the podcast actually started, but which is Dash's new weapon, and that's how I see Dash's new weapon being good. is stacking steam counters and then doing a high octane turn and then just going 2 2
Yeah.
2
Bang,
2
bang,
2
bang, bang,
2
bang, yeah.
2 6 times in a row. That does seem like a thing.
But there was also
Hamish hates it, but like,
yeah,
I
Hamish
like it.
doesn't like
no, that's not the question. Like, God,
you gotta play 6 items.
Can I say what my favorite card is?
Yeah.
Singularity, man.
Yeah,
it looks so good.
The Singularity. I don't even know what the other text does, but I heard
Clavosson is going to be OP, right?
I don't know what the other text does, but it turns him into a demi-hero, clearly, because we're just doing the Nitro mech thing again. And
It's a construct. Yeah.
I'm all in. I don't even know what it does, and I'm all in. So
anyone with a mustache that glorious has got to be good.
Oh yeah. So that's my favorite
Trip
card.
feels me on this one. Trip feels me. He's going for the Teklo cosplay.
I just haven't shaved, but yeah.
Can we?
But also, yeah. I guess Teklo's a bit.
I'm just going to interject because Big Bertha was spoiled by Fab Open Mic.
Thank you.
Excellent card.
Excellent spoiler. Right, I'm going to go. I want a 5-minute synopsis on each hero. Okay? We're going to start off with an easy one. Max. The Hype. Nitro.
Max is aggro, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I think that he is just the boost dash, but turned up and he's tuned up.
Crank, crank, crank. Smash, smash, smash. Three for 0.
He will use the hyperdrives to basically help the costing to be able to play more cards. So you're not pitching cards to play cards. You can just go and actually use your hyperdrives to bank on those. He reminds me of Viserai pretty much. It is this not totally. Don't get me wrong. Completely different class, completely everything. But you know how Viserai is like. You know what? Rune chants. If we're going to do these rune chants, everything just works around this. And Max it's hyperdrives. If we're going to get these hyperdrives working, and then once those hyperdrives are down on the board, things just start to be a bit more resourceful. Like it just taxes it and helps it a lot more. I think, but he's clearly aggro.
I agree with you, Hamish. There's like one slight change, which is I think that you're going to use. Well, if you, I don't think you're going to necessarily go for the kind of mech suit build with Max. I think what you're going to do is you're going to set up. If you've got a hand that's not super aggressive, you use his ability. You give it crank, so you end with it, so you finish with like the steam counter, and then I think you use the resource. You can use the resource on your Teklo Foundry Heart. So you basically get. You use the one resource on the Teklo Foundry Heart to get 2 resources after boosting something. And then you're just playing with Teklo Foundry Heart, kind of like keeping that going. And you can also use the Teklo Foundry Heart 2 resources to also use his ability if you've boosted. So you can kind of keep the chain going if you're playing Foundry Heart. So I think that's a really interesting like way of interacting.
It's I think it's that trick. But the trick is you can't be stalled, which is kind of awesome because that's what Max is. He's like this machine, and it's like a motorbike where you see all the stuff. It's just go, go, go. And when you stall and you stop, if you just happen to get funked up with your flow, I think he's in a bit of trouble. And if he's really going, you've got to be very mindful of your deck is now, you're going to deck yourself out, which I think is really, really cool. Quite straightforward. It is the aggro dash build, but refined.
Yeah, and like Red's the Red hyperdriver is going to be really nice to just crank those in. You still have 2 steam counters on those red ones after you crank it, so you can get those in and get yourself an action point, keep going, or you can finish with it. I think it's very aggressive, and it's a good way of playing aggro.
Yeah,
I don't know how they're going, and I think at the moment it's interesting. We're not going to talk about the meta. We're just talking about the heroes. Let's just talk about the heroes, and we'll move on to the next one.
Can I just interject because while we've been recording the podcast, the Demi Hero has been released. No, if I look slightly distracted, it's because I've spotted it.
God!
Hang
it's
on.
incredible.
It's
absolutely
incredible. I don't care. Okay, whoa. Where?
So we have.
Hang on.
Whoa.
We have.
Stop. Someone just send me a link. I'm not having any of this reading out crap. I can't
just go to LSS Facebook.
Spanish
2 cards from your soul.
Shush. Shush.
I mean, it looks incredible.
No, Trip, I swear to fucking God.
Just go to a Discord server, any
Just
that you're
anywhere.
on, and it will be there.
Hang on. Oh my God, is this Ultron?
It looks
Yeah,
like
it's
Oh
the
my
potent man.
Shadow. What? Shadow mechanologist Demi. What the? What?
Wait,
Equipment.
it has six block and battle
6
wall.
block and 6 and
So you can block.
Hang on.
six
Why
power.
a shadow?
You can block for 21 with this, right?
Action.
6 block
3.
and 6
Banish 2
power.
cards from your
3
soul.
intellect.
Soul?
Yeah, how do you get soul?
Attack. Whenever this attacks a hero, they discard a card. Your mechanized attack action cards get go again. This counts as having
That's
4 units
amazing.
equipped. Battle worn. When this it goes to chain, if it's defended. What?
But you have to have a soul full before you can attack, because you can't attack unless you banish 2 cards.
What is this? This is
I don't
awesome.
really
amazing.
understand but you only have you only have 3 intellects while you are this hero though.
And his life is not clear.
But if you've got 3 intellects, you can just keep blocking.
Yes, but his life is not clear. There is no. It's a star.
This card is not clear. Oh.
This is so. Also, the name
How cool is that?
The Mecropotent, which is insane.
Shadow.
I'm excited. I'm excited. This
Demi-Hevo equipment.
The fact
it's
that this
equipment.
confirms Teklo Vosson is a badass villain.
That means Teklo's
awesome.
Evil.
Yeah,
he's evil.
So the tagline on the post from LSS is Teklo Vosson saying, "More than human. Time I delivered on that promise." Like the Teklo Industries is about making people more than human, and this is his his ultimate goal.
That is so cool.
Oh my days. Oh,
that's amazing.
This is why I looked very distracted when you were talking about Max.
No.
Well done for saying. Amazing that we managed to actually get this on the podcast.
We're here live. We're seeing this.
But I just wanted to he's got six armor block, and that's got battle worn. So
Correct.
You can block for 21 points of damage with this.
Correct.
So do you think it's like,
when James White a long time ago said that the next set coming out is going to be wild?
Yeah.
They weren't joking. What the fuck is this?
3 intellect is big though.
We are
3 intellect is big.
Yeah.
So should we talk about Teklo Vosson?
So it can attack, and it doesn't just attack. It discards a card.
Yeah, and it's not on hit. It's whenever it attacks.
It's whenever it attacks.
Let's go back. Well, this was great timing because, as Hamish says, let's talk about Teklo Vosson, because this is what you're going to turn yourself into.
Well, okay, I've done a bit of digging on what I want to do with Teklo Vosson, because now I'm definitely buying it. I was like, I'm going to get him because he's really cool. And now I'm like, straight up getting
Let's also not forget that if having this demi hero counts as having 4 Evos equipped, so using the Teklo leveler.
But do you know how easy that is to do?
You pay what? Yeah, so you pay 1 for the Teklo leveler because you've got 4 or more equipped. It's pay 1, attack, go again for 3. That's amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't really know how to now address Teklo Vosson, because he's now.
I'm literally reading the Discord, and basically because this is
everyone's falling apart.
You can just kill it with buckle if they have 1.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So you can just buckle this guy and just kill him immediately.
I don't care. Let's move.
That's only the Guardians, right?
Yeah, I'm going to ignore that for 1 second. Anyway, so before I knew he was a shadow mechanologist, whatever, I don't even know how to process that. He's a very adaptable hero. I've noticed that we can actually just not put this card in to the deck, and I've went, okay, so you've got these Evo upgrade equipments that are just completely terrible base value of 6 for 6 and no on hit effects, and then as you start upgrading your Evos, it becomes crazy good. You could be a bit more defending where you got base equipment, Evo stuff, where you got the red one, which has temper 2, the blue one has temper 3, and you can just play a slow game and build up and just block up really well with the equipment and then turn into whatever the hell we just saw, right? Or you could boost like mad. Just go boosting, go attacking, and then your Evo equipment gets put in the Banish Zone. That's all good, because you can play out your Banish Zone, no drama, and you can play it as an instant, and then just lock in these instants. Like, some of these Evos cost really minimal, and they are instant. So you don't even need to use Teklo ability to slam them onto your equipment to get your Evo upgrade attacks lock and ready to go with your 3 for 9 with overpower. If this hits, destroy all your cards in arsenal, destroy the card in hand. But like, just go, cool, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, the late game I think is so strong.
Yeah, he's the strongest
once you've set up. And I think this hero is going to be like, this is what I was kind of getting at a bit with Max. I'm not sure this super aggressive burn through your deck is going to be enough when you've got heroes that can just deal with it and handle it, which is what we've seen with Lexi, is what we've seen heroes come up who are just going to be like, yeah, sure, do what you want. I'm just going to block you out. I'm just going
to kill you. Yeah.
You're going to run out of deck. I'm not. And then I'm going to win. So I'm interested in that. But I think Teklo needs time for me. Like, I think
he's the strongest hero in the set.
I think that you're right. I think Teklo's got the highest ceiling, for sure. And I think that's not even too controversial, because I actually think that Dash and Max are quite cards on the table heroes, where it's quite, I can see what they're doing. Unlike
Teklo Vossen, you don't actually know just by his own card set alone. You know he's going to be potentially offensive in with what he wants his Evo upgrade cards to do, but you just don't know how slow paced he's going to be from the get go.
The thing is, like, there's 3 heroes in this set, right?
Yeah.
Max is the boost hero, Teklo's the Evo hero, and Dash is the item hero.
Yeah, that's it.
In my view, the Evo stuff is the most interesting and the most in depth, and probably the strongest.
Probably.
I don't know, hot take. Boosting is always good, and while you've got a deck, it's great. Action points are great. Items are kind of trash.
Yeah, they're kind of trash. Yeah. So this moves on to Dash.
Ultimately, it's like, if your hero is the one based around items, I think
that's the highest ceiling, isn't it? Really, I think Teklo Vossen's is a little bit easy to read, because if we can say he's good, that means he's kind of there to go, I can see what you're trying to do. This is good.
But there's so many different angles with the Evo stuff. Like, I don't know. And we haven't even seen all the Evo stuff.
Can I just say, right, I take back my previous point about the Teklo leveler, because obviously you need to use your weapon to make him into the construct anyway. Yeah. However, it does enable the cards like Annihilator Engine and Terminator Tank.
You know, when you say Soul, all the cards that get fused into him with Singularity, the weapon,
do they go into Soul?
Well, it's under your hero card, so that's your
Soul.
No,
but Soul and...
No. Cards under your hero is your Soul.
Oh, okay, all right. But can I also then chuck in the Evo Steel, Soul Memory, and Soul Processor? They say, when this transforms from or into an Evo with a different name, your hero for the Soul Memory gets +1 intellect until the end of turn. If that Evo is a hero, trigger this twice.
Oh my days. This is when you actually start.
If you have a full set of Evo Steel Soul,
I don't think this will ever happen. This is pipe dream.
Right? So you'll get +2 intellect from the
for the turn.
From the head for the turn. You'll get with a different name, you'll get 6 resources. You'll get put an attack action with card with 6 power from your graveyard into your deck, 5th from the top. That triggers twice. And then you will also get 2 action points.
What happens when you've only got 3 cards in your deck, Simon? 5th from the top? Anyway.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes to the bottom.
Anyway, also, I don't know if you noticed, but the action attack is not a once per turn.
man!
If you have action points, you can.
Oh, but the legs give you
go
action
for it.
pen.
So,
Yeah.
so
The legs give you those two action
if
points.
you've got 4 cards in Soul,
But it's weird because the more cards you're actually stacking on top,
Well, you will have 4 cards in. You'll have 5 cards in Soul because you've just banished 4 Evos.
No, but all your base stuff as well. They go in.
If you attack once, they banish a card. They've got 3 cards to block with. If you attack again, they banish a card. They've got 2 cards to block with. If they didn't block the first attack, if you somehow attack 3 times, you're always going to get through like 6 damage.
Actually, it just says transform your hero, your weapon, and 4 Evos you have equipped into. Awesome. So they may not go under your hero.
If you've got cards, you're going to get 6 resources, right?
Hang on, is Singularity an action card?
Singularity is a mechanologist action.
I reckon it's definitely. This is definitely going to say. They're definitely going to say once you've played this banishes card. Because if you don't, Jesus Christ, remembrance this card back in.
Yeah, geez.
But I will say, the second you go, you know what, I'm going to boost, and you boost Singularity, GG, man. I was like,
bye.
Simon, guess what?
What?
We can kill this thing
with Buckle.
Cyclone Roundhouse.
Oh yeah!
If they block, you're going down, boys.
You're going down, boys.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Blocking what?
You can block with the Necropotent, right? And Cyclone Roundhouse says that banish a card per chain link.
Yeah. So they. Yeah, boy.
I think that's hilarious. Right, can
you imagine Cyclone Roundhouse?
Jesus, is this going to be a long podcast?
It's like Chuck Norris. It's the Chuck Norris of
Ninja's back
LSS.
In the game.
Yeah, we're back, boys.
Should we talk about Dash and then we've probably got to wrap it up?
Yes,
but I think
please. Okay, so
essentially
Dash isn't. I don't. Look, the worst mechanologist in CC. In my opinion,
I think,
but
you
not
can
a bad
play,
hero.
I think you can play a classic control dash with this.
Just play normal dash,
and all but it's control dash, but you see 5 cards a turn instead of 4, and if you need to boost, you can check that you're not going to ruin your turn. You're not going to not hit before you boost. That is marginal, and the only reason I say that is I think that there's so much item destruction now. I'm not sure that old dash is gonna be as good.
No, I disagree. I think old dash is better than new dash.
I still think that new dash, being able to see 5 cards a turn, if you see the top card of your deck and it's an induction, whatever, you could just block out, play the induction with a blue, move on. And it's just being able to see 5 cards a turn instead of 4. I think
Actually, take that back. I don't think
it does allow you to set up your board faster, marginally. It's like, do you either want to start with 1 item in play, or do you want to see 5 cards a turn instead of 4? And that's literally it. And it's the cost of 4 health. So I think it's fine, but I don't think that control dash is necessarily crazy good, but who knows? The meta will change when Lexi is gone. Who knows? Maybe something like that actually would be pretty good. So I think that's the way you play it. You don't run crazy number of items. You're not trying to do some crazy stuff with Crank. You're just going to play traditional control dash. You can always boost. Well, you always know if you're going to miss your boost, so you don't boost your sinks, which is another huge thing. You're never going to boost away your sinks or your defense reactions or whatever. If you're running that tree frog dash thing, your cards, your non-mech cards.
So you don't use a new weapon.
Yeah, and whenever you see an item at the top of your deck, you think great. Or if you see an item in your hand, you're great. And it's just you're seeing 5 cards instead of 4. That is the simple difference with it. And I think that might be better.
I don't know.
But I don't think it's anything crazy. But I think if you want to play control dash, try both, see which one you prefer. But I think seeing 5 cards instead of 4 is good.
I'm going to be controversial. I'm going to put her in the Riptides.
It's crazy to put her in the Riptides here.
Okay, here's my point. Listen,
I kind of agree, though. I kind of agree.
Hear me out.
Guys, Riptide tier is so low.
No, Arachne tier is lower.
Yeah.
Arachne is subterranean of everything. Riptide isn't actually a terrible hero. Like, his hero ability is really good. His focus around traps is kind of dog. And
it's limited.
Dash's focus around items is kind of dog.
Well, no, let's not forget, guys. We've had a hero focusing around items before.
Yeah, hang on. I'm just saying, look at the top of my deck. That's good. Riptide. If I play an action card from hand, I can reload. Yeah, that's good. That's really strong. Yeah. What about that other bit? Yeah, that's the deck restriction part. Oh, sorry, bro. And then, they did actually give Riptide a new arrow. I buff the opponent. And then the opponent goes, haha, if you do anything, I will use my defense reactions to make these trigger. And they go, cool. CNC for 7 go again. Oh, I can't use my defense reactions.
I still think it's fine. I don't think it's Riptide tier. I think that's actually crazy.
Okay.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not.
He's one. He maybe just one above. She maybe just one above a little bit.
And I think I would like to see people play both the new Dash and the old Dash and see which ones they prefer. But I think you're going to be able to build that board much faster when you're seeing 5 cards a turn.
Sure.
4 cards a turn. It's just a simple matter of maths. That's the way it is.
Okay, but you can't play. But you also can't. How much is the induction chamber? Is it 2?
2.
Oh, cool. So you can't play that then.
Yeah. Yeah, you pitch a blue.
0. It was any 0 or 1 cost item.
Oh, fuck it.
It's trash, isn't it?
I forgot about that.
You forgot about that, didn't you?
Why did you make me
all the good items
are
locked behind the 2 costs. So I think there's only one thing she can do that was really cool, which is the bomb. The bomb, the boomstick.
You can still play Teklo core.
Oh yeah, Teklo core.
Nah, okay, she's trash now.
She's not that good. Sorry, bro.
I'm gonna play Max anyway.
I'm playing Teklo Boston.
I want to play Max with.
I'm in on the mustache. I'm all in on the mustache.
I like Max.
I'm gonna play my Shadow Mech Hero. With cards in Soul. Okay, this guy is everything I wanted to be.
I think maybe. Yeah, we're right. We got to wrap it up. We're like
last thing as we wrap it up.
1 hour 10.
Yeah.
Fable prediction.
It's a mechanologist card.
It'll be if you boost this, something happens.
It'll be something to do with hyperdrives.
I want to say it's going to be like Teklovossen's energy core, like the core of his suit or something ridiculous.
I don't think it'll be Teklovossen
like
because
Iron
Teklovossen's got the demi.
Yeah, I know. But I want to say it'll be Mechanologist, obviously, and it'll be when you pitch this card, like gain an action point would be too much.
No, that'll be busted.
It'll be something to do with boosting.
It'll be something to do with putting a steam counter on a hyperdrive.
Do you think?
Oh yeah, all of them are just going to be.
Put a steam counter on an item in play.
That's quite good.
That is quite good.
Because some of them, some of the cards, if you add an extra steam counter, suddenly become a lot more.
Yeah, maybe. Put a steam counter on an item you control. So if you just pitch this, that'll straight away go, well, I'm going to pitch this to put a steam counter on this and another one. That could really just turbocharge that, and it doesn't block, and it comes in for a blue.
I think they're going to bring landmarks back. And
good point.
Landmark.
Metrics landmark.
And it's going to be something like if you boost it, goes into play. But it's going to be like marginal at best.
Could be either or. Well,
all right.
This was actually really fun.
What a long one.
I'm going to try and capture this and put it as a short.
It's great that the hero came out while we were recording. The demi hero came out while we were recording the podcast. But I hope you guys enjoyed our immediate live reactions to that.
Wow.
Coming in
raw. I mean, I'm in. Suddenly, I want to buy this set now.
Suddenly. I'm suddenly now going.
I got a case coming, so I'm happy.
You got a case coming? Oh yeah, you got a case coming.
Yeah, I got a case coming.
Sort us out, man.
Before we wrap up, huge thank you to everyone who is a patron of Push the Point. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast. Hope you enjoyed this spoiler video. Check it out on Push the Point on YouTube if you haven't already. It's awesome. Consider becoming a patron. Consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Follow us on, I'm going to keep calling it Twitter. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. And we will see you in 2 weeks' time for more Bright Lights goodness, probably. And our take on the pre-release and the sealed format. So thank you for joining us.
Love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.